Hey guys, I wanted to do a tactics video on what I've learned from the Skaven so far. They've become my new main. I fell in love with this race and this style of play. Something I've noticed with the Skaven is they do not lend themselves to traditional tactics or like Rome 2 style deployments. You see a lot of this mimicked in Warhammer. They do not favor any frontline engagement generally. And to line them up in a front line sort of setup is probably a mistake from the get-go. The things that make them unique are they rely on their weaknesses. Their weaknesses aren't true weaknesses. A lot of their units are lower leadership, low to medium leadership at best, even their elite stuff. But what they benefit from is when they rout, nothing can catch them. No foot troop can catch a fleeing Skaven unit. This works offensively and defensively. One, they can run around anything they don't want to fight. So if you have really good units on the field, they can just bypass them. And this isn't a strategy you see a lot, especially in infantry engagements in this game. But you have to pick your fights. Give up ground and just vacate it, because every unit you have is faster than the enemy's infantry. And then a lot of times faster than the cavalry, or you can manipulate the cavalry speed to such a degree that they effectively become infantry. So you can completely abandon entire positions on the battlefield and never really be penalized for it like you would in another army. You turn your back to the enemy, they can't run you down and kill you. When it comes to the Skaven, that's half the game is being faster than everybody else. And you have to view your every battle like this, where ground doesn't mean anything. Remind yourself you're faster than everything else. You can simply redeploy and pay no price, as long as you're fairly decent with your micro. Unlike most armies, your routing units are going to play an extremely large part of the game as a whole, because entire lines of your infantry or entire swaths of the Skaven slaves will rout at generally the same time, and then when they come back, they're 3/4 health still. So you can redeploy them, and they're still as effective as they were to start with for the most part, because none of their stats are very good. So having 3/4 of a unit, they still outnumber the enemy, and their stats are better than zombies, and they're not going to hold as long. But routing and repositioning your units is another big part of the Skaven game plan. Another part is abusing the summons. No one has more effective summons than the Skaven. You have your Plague Priest and Skrulk. They can both summon standard clan rats, and they can also summon Plague Monks. In addition to this, you have Ishka's Triads, which can summon a doppelganger of itself every 90 seconds to the tune of 2 of them, which are extremely effective. And they, from what I've seen in my testing, they actually do cause a little bit of damage, and I think their effect is applied by the shadow unit. I'll have to do some more testing to confirm that, but it was my observation in real life battle that had happened. Another thing the Skaven benefit from, in my opinion, more than any other race, is their buffs and debuffs. And this is something it's too there's too much of it to discuss in this little short video I'm trying to make. But we're going to start doing breakdowns of different lords and heroes, lesser used lords and heroes. But combining that idea with what makes the Skaven the most strong. And I think a reason top tier players say they're like top tier, and a lot of average to beginner and average players, myself included, for a long time, and a lot of people still say this, they're weak because of the leadership factor. But they have more synergy than any other race in the Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 rosters. And I don't think that is likely to become a false statement with the release of 3 and all the content that 3 will have. I think Skaven will still remain number 1 at this, and it's their synergy from lord to hero to units everything lends itself to being a combined force. It's extremely in depth and well thought out, especially compared to the rest of the races. Skaven undoubtedly get more love than anybody, and that's one of my reasons for abandoning the Beastmen and going for Skaven main. But that's what makes the Skaven strong, and that's what makes a competitive Skaven build and a competitive Skaven player is using those sort of tactics. Remembering that half of your units are Vanguard, and they have hidden traits, stalk traits. So luring your enemy into following or routing Skaven slaves into a cul-de-sac that you've built with Death Runners and your Triads, and you just swamp cavalry, unsuspecting cavalry. Use your Gutter Runners poison to poison them down, draw them into an ambush with cloaked rattling guns. The synergies are endless, and that's what makes Skaven so beautiful. Is they can subvert expectation greater than any other race, in my opinion, and they have plenty of just baseline benefits. They run faster than everybody else. They have a lot of poison. They have a lot of good range. They have a lot of control tactics. They can deny vast areas of the battlefield to anyone. The amount of lords and the different types of lords. They're a super strong faction even at a baseline. So once you start adapting the tactics that were meant to go with this race, they get almost overpowered in my opinion. And with the new DLC coming out, I think the power creep is going to be real. Of course, it's going to come out, and there's going to be overpowered units on both sides, because that's how it always is in DLCs. But like a friend of mine pointed out, Patty Wampus, he's also a YouTuber, that he already has a hard time dealing with Skaven, and hopefully I'm going to play a few matches with him soon, and I'll put them up unless he asks me not to, if he's preparing for a tournament or something like that. But the things we pointed out that they need are definitely going to make them overpowered, no matter how balanced the actual unit is itself. But that's just my introduction thoughts and like a baseline mindset to get into if you're going to play Skaven. And we're, like I said, next couple of videos are going to be breaking down different synergies and different lesser used lords, lesser known synergies perhaps. And I look to get them out pretty soon. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Sign up for the tournament. It's still coming. I'm gonna release all the rules and details, the map lists, everything, the day the trailer drops. I don't know what day that is because I'm not in a circle like that. And I don't read a lot, so it might already be out there. But the day the trailer drops is the day I'm letting all the information out. Spread the word, get people in on this. If we get more than 20 people signed up in the first day, we'll do 2 DLCs. We'll do a wild card match with the loser of the one in first and second spot, and I'll have to think about how we'll do the wild card situation, because I don't want it to just be the winner of 3 and 4. I want it to be something more spectacular than that, something where somebody kind of earns it. Maybe like best in class goes up against the loser of the finals. But we'll figure that out if we get that many people signed up. All right, guys. Peace. I'll see you guys later. And look for the new videos I'm fixing to upload. All right, guys. See you later.